friends, today I will discuss changes of state. Changes of state. As you know that uh, all states of matter, all states of matter are interconvertible. Interconvertible. For example, look at this. This is the flow chart of how solid changes into. This is solid. Solids are tightly packed. This is solid state. And when it gains heat, it changes into liquid state. This is liquid state. And this is known as, when it changes into liquid state, is known as melting. It gains heat and particles become far apart and solid changes into liquid state. And when it continuously heating, it changes into gas. And this is known as evaporation. And when solid gaseous state are cooled down, particles become closer and changes into liquid state. And this is known as condensation. And when particles loses heat and changes into solid, and this is freezing. Okay, this is one physical process, two physical process, three physical process, four physical process. In melting, heat is taken in, evaporation heat is also taken in. These two are endothermic change. Endothermic change. Because heat is provided to solid and then liquid, and liquid turned into gas. But these two processes are exothermic because heat is losing during this process and particles come closer to each other and changes into liquid and then into solid state. So how to changes into first liquid and then solid state? First is melting. And melting is the process melting is when solid changes into a liquid. And what happens? It requires heat, heat energy, which transforms which transfer into kinetic energy, allowing the particles to move. It is endothermic change as heat is when melting occurs at specific temperature known as melting point. Next is boiling. Boiling is the physical process when a liquid changes into a gas. It requires heat which causes bubbles of gas to form below the surface of the liquid. Surface of a liquid allowing the for liquid particles to escape from the surface and within the liquid. The molecules or particles, you can say. Particles with higher energy level escape earlier than the particles with lower energy. This process continue is continuous at all temperature. This is known as evaporation. But if the escaping of gas particles, but if the conversion of liquid into gas happens at fixed temperature, this is known as boiling. Is it clear? So evaporation takes place at all temperature while boiling takes place at fixed temperature. This is endothermic change as heat energy is provided. These are the This is known as melting and boiling.